Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, wow.
What about you?
Today was my 18th birthday.
Oh.
That's how that shit always goes down.
I'm 41, but I'm wise.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You seem very
I got
wise.
a lot of
You seem like a wise guy.
You know. Yeah, you know, I've had my time around. You know, good and bad experiences, I would say.
Right on. How do you know Tony?
We were actually both trying out for the same role.
Oh, okay.
And
Facebook friends too.
Oh.
Yeah.
We met on Facebook.
Right on.
And he was like, "What are you here for?" I was like, "Well, it seems like we're both in this warehouse, so it seems like
you know what's going on."
yeah, we're both.
That's the moment where it's about to go down.
Yeah, we're both going for the lead guy.
Oh man, just two top dogs going at it.
Yeah. After that, I
Top guys.
hit him up. I was like, "So, do you use a fluffer?"
Dude, the fluffer's important.
Yeah.
Is that mic keep falling on you?
You gotta have a fluffer.
I think. Gotta lock it in place.
I didn't even know a fluffer was a thing until like pretty recently.
Really?
Here, let me see.
Yeah.
So that knob is not tightening now. Technical
It's going
difficulties.
downhill already.
Switch it out, guys. I'll let you get this one.
Okay.
Oh man. It's the dinosaur.
You could hold it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I wanted the couch because this is my good side.
Is it?
My
Oh, you wanted to
tattoo
get your
side.
good
You know what I'm
side?
saying?
Gotcha.
You're the casting director, so.
Yeah.
Oh. That's so loud on the mic.
I know. That's
that
how you
was-
know this is Florida. Happy Memorial Day.
Yep.
It was almost like one of those old Coke or Pepsi commercials. With it.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
It's so loud. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know how?
Oh yeah.
They don't even.
Yeah.
Nobody drinks like that. So why are you making that noise?
Nah. It's for a podcast show.
Yeah. The Spot Podcast. By the way, welcome back to the Spot Podcast.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a camera.
Shout out to Erica. Thank you for not inviting me to your wedding. I'm good with it though because I got tired of traveling. I don't want to travel no more.
Oh, I think we just had shots fired on the first episode.
Yeah, just
That's how it's gonna always be.
beef immediately.
Hear random stuff, crazy stuff. It just happens.
Yeah, it's off the top.
That's up.
So you guys saw the new Batman? I hadn't had a chance to catch it yet.
That was literally what I was just about to talk about.
Oh really?
Did you like it?
I hadn't seen it.
Oh, you hadn't seen it?
Yeah, my son seen it. He went with his girlfriend. Date to see Batman.
No, this
I
is
was like,
literally
okay.
the new Riddler right here. It looks like if you ever seen the movie People on the Stairs,
I was
dad running
just
around the
about to
house.
say that. Yeah.
It looks like him, and that's exactly.
BDSM or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know how like he
women
runs
just-
around and he's screaming in that movie?
Yeah.
And stuff? That's exactly how the Riddler was killing people.
Are
he'd
you
be
serious?
like, and I don't know how nobody caught him because he'd be in the corner in the shadows and all you hear is, and then you just hear him scream and hit somebody in the back of the head and I'm like, what? Like, how did you not hear that guy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was the only part about that movie that was good. I mean, and we're talking about this
That car.
was
The Batmobile.
The Batmobile was really cool, so
Okay.
I'd look at it for that reason. It's like a remodeled, like 1970 Dodge Charger
It's like a
Beast.
super-
Oh, really?
It's like disgusting.
It's like
yeah,
a super muscle car. It was
that's the whole reason why I seen the previews and then I seen the beginning. And I'm like, all right, Robert Pattinson probably be a decent Batman. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, different edge. Then the narration came in the beginning of the movie, and I'm like, I don't know.
No, like Robert Pattinson, he had like this emo haircut, and I was with like my nephew, and he's like a younger guy, and like he was just like brooding, looking in the camera, and his hair was over his eyes. He's like, "I'm justice," and my nephew just bust out laughing, and then like I bust out laughing, and then after that, I couldn't take the movie serious like anymore. So
No, but Colin Farrell played the Penguin in it, and he was really good. And I didn't even know that was Colin Farrell until Zach brought him up, and then I'm like, no fucking way, that's Colin Farrell? He's like, yeah, they did some crazy ass makeup on him.
Yeah, I actually saw that on TikTok. Somebody had shared it on there, them doing the makeup process and the transformation. I was like, that's a lot.
yeah, it's a lot. He must have been in there. What was like 3 hours or something? Like
Yeah,
that. He was just
that's
sitting
a
in
lot.
chair. That's like a dedicated actor.
Yeah,
He's like-
yeah.
And I thought, what's her face? Zoe Kravitz?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I thought she played a
Catwoman.
good Catwoman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was good.
She played Selena Kyle, Catwoman, because I know they got different names, don't they? There's been a few different Catwoman.
No, she was Selena Kyle, I think.
She was Selena Kyle, but in Batman: The Dark Knight Rises or whatever one.
It was something different, right?
I think her name was different.
I can't remember.
Which one was because I know Halle Berry played Catwoman in one.
She just played in Catwoman. So there was it was just Catwoman.
Oh, okay.
So Michelle Pfeiffer was the original Catwoman.
Yeah.
Then Halle Berry was the second Catwoman.
Okay.
And then now what's her face? I don't know the chick's name. Anne Hathaway played.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Catwoman
about her.
Dark Knight Rises, which that was really hilarious. I thought Bane was pretty funny in that one as well too.
Yeah, Bane.
He cracks me up, like the way he acts and stuff like that. Do you feel in charge?
I couldn't understand a word he was saying. Like he was always like proposing questions. I'm like, what is this guy asking?
Yeah.
Think of if he went like home to his wife and stuff like that, and she turned the lights out.
He's like, did you make dinner? Did you clean today? It's like, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, I have no dinner, I see.
No dinner, I see.
He just puts his hand on her shoulder. It better be ready.
It's 2022, bro. You gotta make dinner.
No, I would say that one though. I like that one the best, just because I like the way Bane was. But out of
I like the one.
No, Heath Ledger. Yeah, whenever he played the Joker, I thought he was probably the best Joker out of all of them and stuff like that.
That Joker was good.
Joaquin Phoenix Joker. It took too long for the Joker to come out. If you've seen that one,
yeah, because it was like.
It was a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah, it was.
It's like a super origin story.
Yeah.
Like you really gotta get into this guy's psychology.
Yeah.
And then Bruce Wayne's dad, Thomas Wayne, was a dick in that movie. In every other movie, they're like, "Oh, he's this nice guy." I'm like, "This guy's an asshole in here."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was different. If I don't knock this mic over, but
no, it did make me laugh though how he would act like whenever he would do his dancing shit and stuff like that. He would twirl his wrist and get all fucking crazy and stuff.
Almost like he's at at a rave party or something.
He's just on a bus.
What is I'm going to taking the kids to see Batman. I think tomorrow.
Okay, bring a pillow.
I'm not I'm sorry. Not Batman. I mean, we're just talking about that, so it's stuck on. But Top Gun, the new the sequel.
That actually looks really good. I was sort of like, Tom Cruise is coming back again. Then it was like Zach was like, look at the previews. Look at the previews. And then
But Tom Cruise, he's like a vampire. Like he doesn't age or anything.
No,
I think he's 60 and he's doing all his own stunts and
I think he is.
He stopped aging at 40. Like boom.
Yeah.
That's the Illuminati for you. Drink that baby's blood and then you live forever.
He's like kidnapping children or something.
Yeah, he's I'd heard he was short, but he came out on base. 2 years ago, while they were still filming, he came out on base. We had a conference, and it was a rumor, and we was like, "It's COVID. No, he's not." And then next thing we know, we see the MPs pulling in at the conference center, in our complex, and we was like, "What the hell happened?" We thinking something happened in one of the buildings, and next thing it's the MP. It was 2 MPs. And then it was like a convoy of Suburbans. And we was like, but the Admiral's conference was going on. So we figured this like a real top level Admiral. But they were already in the building and they pull up, like 5 more MPs pull up. Strategically on the side of the convoy and stuff.
Just for all Tom Cruise?
Yeah, and then one of the guys, I was crazy, right? I was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Tom Cruise is here. He's gonna talk to the admirals and get some advice, and because they're filming." And I was like, "Really?" We all ran to the side window in one of the buildings, and looked out the window. He got out the Suburban. He got out the Suburban. I was like, "Man, Tom Cruise is 5'8". He's
I got a chance then. I could take him because I'm 5'8".
I'm 5'11". I was like,
he's a little guy though.
Yeah,
he's a little guy.
Yeah, petite frame.
Yeah. You're like I can crush this guy.
That's how most of
I'll work over Tom Cruise.
That's how half those actors are. You think they're tall and stuff like that, and sometimes whenever I get bored, I'll just be like, how tall is this actor? Is he my height? Could I play that character? Could I do that? It's like Mark Wahlberg's only 5'8", but he looks like...
Is he?
Yeah, but I don't know.
I thought he was 6 foot.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the camera angle's always like shooting
I
up
was
a
just
little
about to
bit.
say, like Lord of the Rings with the hobbits, and they're like just making everybody taller.
Yeah, that was crazy, but
no, and that's crazy. It's like weird because they'll get a short person to play a tall character, then a tall character to play a short person, so they'll have to keep adjusting the camera angles. Like Hugh Jackman as the Wolverine. Wolverine's only 5'3" in real, like his character, but Hugh Jackman's what, like 6 foot, 6'2"?
I was gonna say
6'3" or some crap like that.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
He's tall, yeah.
But there will be no other person who could play Wolverine except for Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, And then
same thing. It's like Deadpool now with Ryan Reynolds. Every character he plays now, it's like all you see is Deadpool out of the costume.
He can't get out of it. Yeah, who else could even play Wolverine? I don't even know.
Hey Zach, can you shut the door?
Yeah.
I don't even.
They're trying to get the teenage. Did you see Stranger Things?
No.
Oh dang.
Was it
they were trying to pull one of the characters, the teenage brother to the little redheaded sister, for him to. They had a picture of him as the Wolverine, but they need to get somebody short and cock diesel to play him. I think.
Yeah.
And I think they should definitely go with the no name, somebody that they don't see a lot, because they always pull in these big name actors, and then it's like they didn't do a good job.
Yeah, and then you get
they did not do a good job.
Up and coming actor, and he gets a part and kills it.
So,
yeah, then he's a star, and then it kind of snowballs from there.
And I'm getting tired of them remaking movies. I don't mind a continuation to a movie, but like
some you gotta just leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone and continue it.
Leave it alone. Just
don't remake the whole thing like everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that movie never existed. Let's redo it and stuff like that. Yeah, because what is it? There's one movie I was thinking of off the top of my head. I want them to remake the Green Lantern movie. Not remake it or continue it, but as Jon Stewart.
Okay.
Because Jon Stewart, he's the, what is it? He's the second Green Lantern.
It should be Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Because he has that, like, if you watched the Cartoon Network, the Unlimited, like, what is it, Justice League Unlimited and stuff like that.
Jon Stewart.
Like,
It's like the same.
You could pretty much like pull him out of the cartoon, throw him in real life, and then it would be like Idris Elba.
Really?
Deep voice, everything. Like, boom.
Man.
He would be the perfect one to play that role.
Yeah. They're supposed to make Idris Elba James Bond for a little bit, too, I think.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
But then, like, I guess he got a lot of backlash, so he was like, I'm not doing it. And I was like, man, that would be so good, though, if he was James Bond. Like, he's perfect, man. He's got the British accent.
Yeah.
He's like a suave guy. It'd be good.
Yeah, he's as of right now, he's one of my favorite actors out there, like, whenever I see him and stuff. And it's funny because it's like, whenever you see them play a main role, then you see him, because he was also in American Gangster with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he got shot in the head, and I'm like, I can't see him picture him doing that like role. But it's like, but there's a whole bunch of characters, or I shouldn't say characters, there's a whole bunch of actors to where you don't realize how good they are, but that how like the movies they've been in. Like, I didn't know for the longest time, but just recently, Vin Diesel was in Saving Private Ryan as one of the soldiers underneath Tom Hanks.
Was he?
Yeah, so remember the sniper scene?
Yeah.
He's the one that gets shot. No, he doesn't get shot immediately. So they're like, that's whenever the sniper, he's in the clock tower and whatever and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel was the soldier that died. He's the one who got shot and stuff like that. So he was in it for like about a good solid 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't catch that. I missed that.
No, yeah. There's a lot of, like, whenever an old movie, like me and Zach was talking about it the other day, was SLC Punk. If you ever seen that growing up and stuff like that. Have you ever seen SLC? It stands for Salt Lake City Punk. Whenever punk music started becoming big in America and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and then everybody was like anarchists and stuff. So it's like Matthew Willard played in that movie.
Yeah, Willard.
But it's like, Willard.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of
And
famous
then,
people.
like, yeah, and then you see like a lot of actors that you were like, what? I didn't remember seeing his face in here before. Like, Jason Segel.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
he was in there, and he was like this badass 17-year-old. His friend gets beat up on stage. What was his friend's name?
Heroin Bob,
but he never did drugs. That was his thing in the movie. His name was Heroin Bob. So his buddy jumps on a punk band stage, and then like he's like dancing and trying to grab the mic and all this crazy crap. Then Jason Segel, he's like dressed up as a nerd, but he's like the punkest out of all of them. He's like, hold my glasses. He takes it up
and then shit out of everybody. He's like an enforcer or something.
Yeah, he's like their enforcer, and he beats the shit out of like the bouncer who punched his buddy. And it's funny because at the party he was like, I hope this doesn't ruin your trip to America, because they were a British punk band.
Yeah.
And he was like, you were punching my friend. I had to get involved. I'm sorry. It just happens. But I want to still be friends. It's like so stupid.
But he's so hardcore, and then later on he joins like the Peace Corps or something. And they're like, "Are you serious? You're joining the Peace Corps?" He's like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah, he went to college to be a botanist, and he was like, "I want to save the rainforest." And then he starts getting mad because people are cutting it down, and he punches the table, and they're like, "Calm down, calm down." And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do," and stuff like that.
Oh man,
that's an old school funny movie you should watch.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Who is it? Devon Sawa was in there, if you remember him. He was in the Final Destination movies and stuff like that.
Which one? The main actor?
Yeah, the main one.
Okay.
And he was in there, and it was funny because he took acid in that movie. He was selling acid at college and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then the cops went to chase him down, and he had acid in his pocket. And how many he had like 120 hits or something. Yeah, like and the sprinklers came on, and he was sprinting, and then it bled through his leg, and he took 100.
And they're like, he was never the same.
Yeah, they're like,
yeah, man, I would be the same.
Yeah, he was like standing on a chair in his in his front lawn, and he's like, "There's nothing but water everywhere." And then Heroin Bob came up, and he's like, "Bob, are you Jesus?" And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "You're walking on water." And it was like so stupid.
That would suck if you got on.
Oh man.
But that's a good old. There's a lot of good old school movies, and I always it's funny is anytime I can't find something to watch, I always resort to one of my old school movies. And it's like the other day, you heard about Ray Liotta?
Yeah,
he passed away, and I'm like, oh, Goodfellas is like,
Goodfellas,
so good. It's one of the best movies. Like, I don't know, the acting, all of it.
Him and Joe Pesci made it, and I like how they talk to each other, because whenever he was like, you know how they were like lighting the place on fire and stuff like that, and then they were arguing. He's like, no. He's like, "What? You can't do a fucking favor for me? I'm trying to bang this broad, and you can't even fucking go on a date with her friend." So and he's like, "See with your fucking mouth and smoke," and they were supposed to be gone already.
So funny. So like, violent. So funny.
No, yeah, that's what it is. That movie, that's like, anytime I can't find something to watch, that's one of my go-to movies and stuff. So,
what's your go-to movie?
My go-to movie? Oh man, I like Gladiator a lot.
Oh yeah,
Gladiator's good.
Yeah, I can do Gladiator.
I like Troy too. I don't know, just like those. They don't really make movies like that now. I don't feel like.
No, everything is.
It's very toned down.
My go-to.
Yeah, what do you like?
There's a handful of my go-tos. So, but what is one of your go-to?
Yeah, what do you like?
What's one of your handful of go-tos? You don't have to always have that go-to. Like, I like the movie This Is the End. If you ever watch that.
Oh yeah,
that
is hilarious.
I saw that in the theater. I was dying.
After you
when the demon rapes Jonah Hill, I was like crying so bad.
Yeah, we watched that the other day because every time I try to look for one of my old school movies that I want to watch, it's like, you got to pay $3.99. I'm like, fuck that. Hook up the DVD player. Like, I go old school. Yeah. Like, screw streaming. I'm putting my DVD back in.
Small DVD player too.
Yeah, it's a small DVD player, and then you plug it in and stuff.
That's funny.
But no, what's one of your go-to movies?
A go-to classic, I'll throw in Harlem Nights.
That's good. That's
with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, yeah.
Arsenio Hall, Richard Pryor. It's back in the, I think, 30s, 40s theme.
Yeah.
Like the gangsters.
Yeah, I've
that
seen
theme.
the cover. They have like the hats on. And the pinstripe suits and stuff.
Yeah, that.
Is it pretty good?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I've seen a skit from it whenever Eddie Murphy shot that that one chick.
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna beat your ass. And he's like, I just shot her pinky toe off. She was beating the shit out.
What's another one? Shit. Because of my schedule, like if I can't find anything on, I either go to, I kid you not, either Ridiculousness or Martin. I found one of those two on and
Dude,
flip to that.
Martin was hilarious.
Man,
Dude,
was he?
Do you remember the Wayans Brothers show?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
Yeah.
That shit and the Jamie Foxx show. Those were both so funny, man.
Yeah.
Because I grew up like pretty poor, so I had like UPN. I would always watch like Wayans Brothers and Jamie Foxx, and they were just the Wayans Brothers were hilarious. Like Pops.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember Pops?
Yeah, Pops would.
He would tear it up, dude. It was so funny.
And they don't make shows like that anymore. Like, those are old school funny shows, because I used to watch all those shows with my mom too. And my sisters, whenever we were all growing up.
Yeah.
My dad used to be on the shit. We'd watch Martin, Living Single.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
I remember Friends.
Was one of them.
If you want to go back further, you got A Different World. what was it? What was running in Different World? Cosby.
Is Different World the one where they like show their graduation at the beginning or something like that? You know
Yeah.
And that was like a pretty like well written show.
Yeah.
But it just like got under the radar for some reason.
That's one of the crazy things.
Yeah,
looking back on it now,
that was a good show, man.
Because it had Kadeem Hardison. It was so many stars in that.
Yeah, there was a lot of them.
Yeah, it was,
and it was like a good show, and it just seemed like it always came on late, and it just like for some reason flew under the radar.
Yeah,
I have no idea why. But Fresh Prince was pretty
Yeah,
pretty good.
Definitely Fresh
Prince would crack me up.
Yeah,
I was like Jazzy Jeff on that show. Like Uncle Phil would always kick him out of the house.
Jazzy Jeff on the Fresh Prince. Him and Cole from Martin could be cousins and brothers.
Yeah.
Because Cole was so, oh my God, Cole and some of his girlfriends. Yeah. Like, especially, you remember the Ditsy one? The light skin? Yeah. Oh my God. What was the one episode? They said, oh man, I think it was on the trip. They went on a ski trip.
Yeah.
And they was like, let's go and do something, and she said, oh man, I can't remember. It'll come to me. But
we'll be in the middle of talking.
Yeah.
Like, she said that.
Yeah, that's what happened.
3 hours ago. No, but I remember like Jazzy, like he'd always get kicked. Like Uncle Phil would always throw him out of the house, and then one time like Jazzy Jeff did something pretty fucked up. He's like, "You just want me to throw myself out?" Yeah. And he just like he shows him out.
Man, yeah,
that's so funny.
It was hilarious, and it was informative because it definitely had some of its.
No, they tackled like some pretty good topics on that show. Like they did like I think drug addiction at one point, and just like. I don't know, Uncle Phil, he was just like a really good father figure. I feel like. If you grew up or something and nobody was around, you watch that, you're like, Uncle Phil.
And then you have that one scene, no matter how many times you watch it, it hits you, the father scene.
Yeah, I actually just saw that a guy stitched it. No, he duetted it on TikTok, that scene, because they have it on TikTok. And I was like, that scene, if you went through something like that in your life, that scene, especially when you first watch it or first seen it, and sometimes even after that, it hits you, like it punched you in the gut.
Well, I never been through that, but it's like just watching his emotions go through that.
It was raw.
It was like, it made me like, I feel bad.
And he did it so good. Granted that his father was in his life, but he played that role out like so good.
He said that, I don't know the guy's name, but he said Uncle Phil helped him out big time with that scene because he was like, he kept like telling Will, he's like, you're not hitting it. Then Will got really upset and he was like, you're not hitting it. Then he got mad and then he was like, okay, use it now. Yeah. And that's how they got that scene. So I
think I remember hearing that thing. Wasn't he doing an interview or something like that?
Yeah.
I remember.
And that's what I heard it from. Will Smith was doing an interview whenever he was telling him that and stuff. And Uncle Phil, R.I.P.
Yeah, when did I find it? I think when he died, I didn't even know he was gay.
He was gay?
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
I had no idea.
Until he passed. And I was reading, because I was trying to find out what happened to him and stuff. And I was reading and I didn't even know. I was like, he hid that so good.
Yeah. He seemed like a man.
Yeah.
A man's man.
He hid that good.
No, I liked it because it was, if you don't remember, or you might remember, he was also the head cop in That 70s Show. If you've ever watched That 70s Show. Yeah, the one that trained Michael Kelso and stuff like that at the academy. He was one of the academy police and stuff like that.
That's another good show I forgot about.
Yeah, That 70s Show.
Who was the cop in Die Hard? Was it the guy from Family Matters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, he's hilarious too.
Yeah.
He cracks me up the way
he was like working with John McClane the whole time.
Wasn't he the first one on the scene?
Yeah, he was the
okay.
Dude, they should give that guy promotion. Like whatever he did, he did so much.
Yeah.
This is just regular.
Yeah, because they lit up his car and he was backing up something really fast, and then he's like, I'm gonna need backup. But it was funny whenever he get into the gas station, and then he had like a whole bunch of ho-hos and Twinkies and shit like that. and then I can't remember, but I think he said, what is it? Yeah, my wife's pregnant or something. And the guy that was cashing him out was like, Sure, bro.
Yeah. Sure, pal.
But yeah, they don't.
Those action movies, they don't really make movies.
No, the '90s action movies like Lethal Weapon and all those other action.
Yeah.
Man, that's one of my go-to movies too.
Lethal Weapon?
First Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Like I watched the other ones, but none of them are like the first one. Like, cause number 2 I used to watch all the time whenever I was younger, and then I was like, I like number 2 so much. Why am I gonna go to number 1?
Yeah.
Got older, watched number 1, and I'm like, all right, this is the best one out of all of them.
Yeah.
But not him. Danny Glover cracks me up in there and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
I like
Mel
it.
Gibson. Not Mel Gibson. Was it Mel Gibson?
Yeah, Mel Gibson was in there.
Yeah. Whenever he would remember the psychiatrist, he would always screw
Mess
her.
with her,
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, I'm losing my mind." What did he? I think it took down. He put up the picture, right? It was something that he put up. He was messing with her about. But he made it seem like she was after him, like she wanted a relationship with him. Yeah. So it was like he would flip what she was trying to do. He was like, "I said no, we can't do this. We got to keep it professional."
And she would get mad and be like, "Get away from me!" No, I remember you might be talking about the picture that he was posting was the one of Danny Glover. Because remember they made him dressed in his underwear?
That's right. That's
He's
what
like,
it was.
"Did I do it good? Did I do it good?" He's like, "I really couldn't tell. I didn't give a shit, but everybody else knows now."
Yeah, because they walked in the office,
Yeah.
and Danny Glover saw it. He was like, "This shit's gotta stop." He was like,
Glover in that movie, he's just so worn out.
Yeah,
he was. He's like, "I don't know why my daughter."
I like whenever his
She's like, "I'm tired of this shit."
his daughter did
He's like, "I'm retiring in a year."
yeah. But I like whenever he did the condom commercial, and then he was like, "You had to tell everybody. You had to tell everybody. My daughter did a condom commercial. Watch it. Look at it. Rubber's on my desk. Rubber's over here. Rubber all over the damn place." Like he was freaking out and getting pissed. But then they took a plant and they just covered it in a whole bunch of condoms, and it was called a rubber tree. But there was like so much crazy stuff he couldn't help, and he like just started laughing in the movie and stuff like that, which that cracks me up. But it's like I've just been liking all these villain movies that have been coming out too.
Really?
Like the Joker one, whenever we were talking about that, and it's funny because it's like you seen The Shining? Remember that old movie?
Yeah,
okay, with Jack Nicholson and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was messing around. I was playing on my phone. I always like to look up shit, and I was like, you know, what villain would I be? And I got like all the crazy psycho villains and stuff like that. That have like two sides to themselves, and then they go crazy and just start like I had Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
Okay.
I had Joaquin Phoenix from the Joker, and then there was like 5 other ones, but those were the 2 that like.
But you kind of agreed with it too. You're like, I could see that.
I'm not gonna say that on the mic.
I can see that.
I will not incriminate myself.
No, I feel like if I was Jack Nicholson from The Shining and I was after like my wife, like I feel like I would just kill her so quick. I feel like she would have no chance.
Yeah, but it's what is it? Because I seen what was the second Shining? What was that called? Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was good.
It was really good, but right in the beginning, how they were like, "Oh, stabbed a little kid." I'm like, "No, I can't see this shit right now. I wasn't ready for it." Like, put it in previews. Like,
is this even legal? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
it's too much.
No, that's how the Illuminati operates. You know, they just
that's what they
take
say.
their shine, baby.
I'm good. I don't. I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, it's scary.
I'm gonna get like random text messages from like, "Stop talking about us on the podcast." I'm like, "What? What?"
Yeah. Text message with no number.
No number, just a text message.
Like, you know how much power you got to have to send a text message with no number?
Yeah, what the hell is going on?
We seen your podcast.
What number is this from? It's just blank.
I don't know what that means.
He starts hollering. His wife was in the back. He was like, "Babe, stop playing." What are you talking about?
That's not you. Freak out. Throw my phone across the room.
Yeah.
Then it's like I'll hear him on my radio. I'm like, I gotta get out of the house for a second. I hear him on my radio. We know where you're going. I'm like, what?
It'll really trip you out. They sitting through the phone. Then you're sitting on the couch. You be like, "Oh, whatever." And once you said, "Babe, stop playing," she was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Then you just throw the phone down, and next thing you know, a subtitle comes across the TV, the TV screen.
Or it comes over Alexa's voice because I have an Alexa.
Oh, that would be.
It's like the music just starts playing and it's like, we know what you're doing, and then it's like it just keeps going with the words of another song. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I have to get out of the house then. Yeah, I'll freak out. Oh, let me tell you what happened yesterday. Completely freaked me out. One of the ladies that was a housekeeper up at the job, right? I totally forgot. I think it was 2 years ago now. So to get directly into it, me and Kevin and I, we go to one of our building 45, and I go in, drop off some water, and I'm walking out, and I'm just regular walking, and I turn and go to the corner and go out the back door, and I look. I was like, what's she doing here? I thought she retired. So I go out the door, get in the truck, and get back to the office. I was like, Kevin, man, I thought Tomo retired. He was like, didn't Tomo pass? I was like, no, that was one of the other ladies. So one of the supervisors come in, and I was like, Dez, I was like, did Tomo retire? She was like, Tomo died 2 years ago. I was like, when she said that, the chill that came over my body, like, I'm like,
are you telling me you saw a ghost? Is that what this
I kid you, like, I literally, like, it was right after lunch. Yeah, right after lunch. I literally, like, I was messed up for a good hour.
I would too.
When I was walking out, how I saw her, it was a cart at the room. Yeah. And she came out, reached into the cart, grabbed something off of the cart. See, I can't even talk right. She grabbed something off of the cart, but her back was to me. So she grabbed something out of the cart like this and went back in the room. So when I saw her, I was like, and it was so specific because she always had her hair like in curls. Yeah. And she's Asian, and so I knew her curls from the back of her head. I know her. And when I saw her, I was like, I thought Tomo retired. And so I go out the door like it's nothing, and then that's when I ask. But when Desiree told me that she had died 2 years ago, I was like, I literally just seen Tomo over in 45. I don't know who physically was at that room, but she was there with her, came out, and then went back in. And the crazy part about it, I would always speak and joke with her and stuff like that. She asked me how my daughter's doing, and so yeah, it completely blew my mind.
Man, that scared the shit out of me. I'd be like, listen, boss, I need to use all my PTO in 6 days right now. I don't know if I can come back. You have to give me some FMLA paperwork.
Wouldn't that suck to be a ghost though? You're still doing your job.
Yeah, that's
like still like.
Well, they said it happens. Like if you've worked on like bases and stuff like that, it's like they say a lot of people who have died in those like buildings because they've been around forever.
Just their energy is still.
Yeah, and then same thing in St. Augustine and stuff. I mean, let me tell you. If I seen a ghost in my house, I told my wife, if I seen a ghost in this fucking house, I ain't waking nobody up, telling her the dogs or nothing.
You gone?
I'm gone, and I'll call her from the phone down the street. I'll be like, yo.
Tony's family is so scared of spirits and like anything demonic. Like there's crosses all over their house and things like
that. That's just typical Spanish Italian family. That doesn't even have anything.
Happens like they're out of there.
Yeah, I ain't telling no. I'm just peace.
You gone?
Yeah. And every time we watch a movie, Tony's like, "This wouldn't happen in my family. We get out of there."
No, yeah, because you got like the movies like the Poltergeist and shit like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
They're like investigating and stuff. Tony's like, "We'd move.
I don't care how much money I have. I could have $0. I'd rather live in the street than a haunted house.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man, but
I'll make it work.
That messed me up. I sat down I went and sat down at my desk, and I was like, it was just an odd feeling. Yeah. And then I had to say something to crack me up. I laughed, and Kevin laughed. I was like, I thought they don't even come out in the daytime.
Trying to make yourself feel better.
Yeah. I'm trying to soothe myself. I was like, I don't think they come on in the daytime. I was like, yeah.
That's how Elizabeth's old house was when her dad's house. That shit was haunted.
Really?
Yeah. It was built out in Middleburg, which like there was a big plot, and supposedly it was like a Civil War battleground and stuff like that. It would sound like people were walking upstairs. It was crazy. Yeah, walking upstairs and stuff like that.
You just get up in the middle of the night, there's one armed general, like just.
Yeah. Well, one time she woke up, and she thought she heard her brother fall down the stairs because he was out partying and shit like that. And then I heard it too. It was like do 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 do. It sounded like somebody fell down the stairs, and I was a little scared. She went gunning it because she thought it was her brother. I sat in the room for a second. I said, I don't fucking know what's out there. I'll wait till I'll wait to see what happens and stuff like that. It's like, yo, what is it? I was screaming down the hallway. What is it?
Let me know.
Is everything okay?
Let me know.
What was that?
Like if I walked in a room and somebody was possessed or some crazy shit like you see in the movies and stuff like that, I'd be like, you seem very busy right now. You have a wonderful day. I'll contact you later. And I'd walk right out that room.
Yeah, I've that's that one. Yeah, that one. But I had an experience when I was younger. And I was scared the shit out of me to this day. Like my mom was like, "What did you eat for dinner?"
Did you eat something?
I was like, I forgot what I ate that night, but I think I was like probably 12, 13.
She was asking in case you ate one of her edibles.
She's like, "What'd you have?"
Did you find my gummies?
I saw him ghost, Mom. I saw him.
But I'm laying. I was young. I think it might have been. We had just moved out there, so I might have been like 11, 12. I'm laying in bed. I'm in the bottom bunk, and I'm laying facing the wall. And it's early morning. You know how they say I think the time that the dead is like the transition.
The witching hour.
Yeah, like
the witching hour. It's 3 a.m.
So I'm laying there, I'm facing the wall, and I swear to God, something comes up and like touches my shoulder and like rocks me. And granted, my uncle had passed probably like 3 years prior. And so I'm thinking it's him, but I'm not rolling over to see who it is. Like I'm literally laying there under the cover. I took the cover. I did it so slow. I was like, maybe if I move slow, it won't see me moving. I pulled the cover over my head and lay there, and the second time it just touched my shoulder. But man, when I tell you I did not go back to sleep, I had to pee so bad.
Just holding it.
Yeah, I held it. I want to say at least probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
Cause when I got up, I barely made it to the bathroom. But I was so
my eyes would have been shut so tight. I'd been like, nope, I'm still sleeping. You talk me all you want, I'm still sleeping.
I couldn't go back to sleep. I think at that age, I realized I had anxiety.
Yeah.
That's when you realize. Yeah. Like, where does it stem from? You thinking back, you're like, my ghost uncle.
Yeah. I think my ghost uncle, he messed me up.
That might have been it.
Sitting in therapy. Yeah, my ghost uncle, I was 11.
I thought they were supposed to be good. Now you screwed me up a little bit.
That's funny.
Nah, yeah, I can't do it. That's one of the reasons why I can't do scary movies and stuff like that anymore.
Really?
It messes with my head.
Really?
There's certain scary movies I could see, but there's like that. Have you ever seen that movie Emily Rose? That shit messed me up a little bit. Because like we were talking about that 3 a.m. witching hour. So she always used to get all messed up during that time and stuff like that. And then fucking first night I seen that movie, my friends were laughing and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, we're spirituals because we're, Spanish and stuff like that. Yeah. But then it was just like, I was messed up in the car. I'm like, I can't believe I just watched that shit. I was young. I was like 15 whenever I seen that.
Calling your family. On the phone, like, hey, what are you guys up to? I just don't want to drive home alone right now.
Yeah, and then it was like the first night I went to effing sleep. First night I was like, all right, I'm with my family. I'm good and stuff like that. Yeah. Fucking woke up at 3 a.m. on the dot.
Really?
Yeah. Scared the hell out of me. I had to go pee just like you were saying. I was freaking out. I was like, and I know like I'm 15 years old, but I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm scared. And then I was like, no lie, I was so scared. And my door was shut. And I'm like, I went to go like walking down the hallway to go to the bathroom. I just stopped at the door handle. I'm like, as soon as I open this door, I'm gonna fucking see something. I know it. It was like going through my head. Yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me look underneath the door. Because it's like, you know how you got hardwood floors? So you got that little bit of a gap? Yeah. And then I just stayed on the floor. I was laying on the floor for a solid 15 because I'm like, I don't see nothing. But I know if I stand up, in the scary movies, how you always see the shadow feet and shit. And that's what I was waiting for. And I was like, you know what? And then eventually I said, just do it fast, do it fast. I stood up, opened the door, and then I went pee. And then I was like,
so if your dad walked down the hall, he would just see you peeking under the bathroom door, like on all fours?
no, I wasn't under the bathroom door. I was in my bedroom door looking at the hallway.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And that,
you couldn't even make it that far.
yeah, that hallway was like the longest damn walk of my life, because they have one of those long hallways.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like 20 feet to the bathroom, but it felt like 5,000 feet to the bathroom that night. It was.
Yeah, it was one night. I think because after that episode happened, like I was messed up a little bit. So I probably about a year later, I felt weird, and then but I was like, I'm gonna build up the courage and, and face my fears. And so one night, I had to use the bathroom. I was like, woke up out of my sleep having to use the bathroom, but it's pitch black. And I'm like, and my mom has hardwood floors in her house. So I'm like, damn, I gotta get up, I got to the bathroom. So I was like, okay, laid there, bladder filled up. I was like, okay.
This is the time to face my fear.
Yeah.
This is it.
I literally rolled over and I said, okay. And the funny part about it, I rolled over and sat up on the edge of the bed, didn't open my eyes. I'm just sitting on the edge of the bed. Yeah. So I was like, I said in my head, and I remember it because now I look back on it now, I laughed. Before I opened my eyes, I was like, I'm gonna just get up and I'm gonna just walk fast and walk through it, whatever it is. So I got up and just bolted. Forgot I shut the door. Boom! Straight into the door. Straight into the door. My mom got up. She was like, "What happened?"
Just facing my face. Yeah. Just facing my face.
I said, "I forgot I closed the door. I gotta pee." But yeah, I felt better then because somebody else was woke then. She was awake then, so I was like, "Okay."
It's like, now you feel like a badass walking through your house. Be like, oh, what goes?
Yeah, nothing can touch me.
I got my mama. No, that's one thing I used to hate whenever I was little. I always had a nightlight because I was always like afraid of the dark and shit. I used to wake up, somebody would shut that shit off. I'd be like, who put this bullshit in my life right now? I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, why? Why? It's in my room. And then somebody would either unplug it, steal it, like one of my sisters would steal it, or my dad would do his rounds, check the house and stuff like that, and then he'd turn the nightlight off. And I'm like, what did you do that for? And I'll just, woo.
They gave me a nightlight, but it was a clown.
That's awful.
My God.
It didn't plug into the wall. It was like a figurine, like a clown, and it would light up.
What?
Yeah. I think maybe my dad was just trying to scare me or something.
He was trying to make you get over your fears fast.
Yeah. It's affected me to this
He's
day.
like, listen, clowns are creepy, but if you could live with this, you could live with them for the rest of your life.
Did you have PTSD when it came out?
Yeah, I did. I read the book. I saw the movie. I could never confront it. So
I was pretty sad about that movie. The first one was really scary. Like the old school TV. What was the guy's name who played him? Tim Curry.
Yeah,
he scared the hell out of me.
Oh yeah, when I first saw it, especially when he grabbed that kid.
Because I was like 11 or 12 whenever that shit came out.
I think I might have been around the same age. Cause my stepdad, he loved horror movies.
Yeah.
My mom hated them.
The scene that scared the crap out of me the most, though. Remember the little kid that never wanted to take showers in the locker room?
Yeah.
And then he finally took a shower, and then it opened up the drain. After I seen that shit, I had soap going through my eyes. I didn't even care. I'm like, I'm not closing these eyes. I kept looking down. I kept looking down at the drain. I'm like, these eyes are staying up. They were burning and everything. And then I was like trying to rinse one eye at a time. And
tears coming out of your eyes.
Oh my God.
I was like,
that's hilarious.
No, that scene messed me up. Big
what kind of soap was you using?
I had VO5 shampoo. You know that old school stuff?
That was like 50 cents.
Yes.
Yeah. You got it in your eyes, you're done. You're blind for like...
Yeah.
Tony's eyes are fire red. Somebody help me.
Why I got bloodshot? It's like, I can't close that shit because y'all made me watch it whenever I was little.
Like, Tony's blind.
Yeah.
He's blind to this day.
No, that was that scene. But then the newer ones, and I like the way how that one ended a little bit better than how the new one ended. because all they did was like what they just made fun of, bullied him to death, basically.
Yeah.
No, I said if it was in your family, Tony, where there's a lot of bullying, like he would have been dead in the first day.
Yeah, we're pretty hard. We start popping off, like we'll be like talking smack to each other.
So mean to me. Like it would come in and just be destroyed, and like it'd be like a 5-minute movie.
And then it's like anytime somebody new comes in the circle, like one of our significant others, it's like we just start pinging them. We're like, oh, there's the weak one in the crew.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what they could handle. Bing, 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 bing.
They'll build it up slow. It's like, oh, your nose is kind of big.
And we'll be messing around. We'll be making stuff up that's not even true about the person. So let me clarify that before people make things like my family's bullying.
It's like gaslighting.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in the comments. Tony's family is horrible.
No, but you know if they make fun of you, they like you though.
Yeah, you're a part of our crew whenever we make fun of you and stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah.
And like whenever what is it? And it's weird because whenever Elizabeth first met my family, and we would pop back off, and then she would say something, then we would be like going at each other, and then she would make a comment, and then we'd ping on her, and then we'd start just laughing at her, and then just keep pinging at her and pinging at her. Yeah. She's like, "You guys are fucking assholes. Screw you guys!" And she'd go in the other room. She's like, "I'm putting up with this shit."
What
But nah.
Shit, I forgot what I was about to say.
Nah, you're good.
Oh, we didn't introduce our guest co-host, Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's his eyes are red. I think he was he was on that stuff last night.
He looks like he's jizzing. His eyes are popping out of his head.
He has a good smile on his face, like
he you know what he looks like? That kid that went viral. That they kept hitting him in the head with the basketball, and he was like, "Yeah."
No, I've had that Godzilla since I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
I'm never getting rid of it.
Oh.
He's all messed up though. I took him in the bathtub and everything. He had battery powers, but he ain't got no shit now. He's just a dinosaur.
Yeah. He's a figurine.
There's some wars, man.
What was your guys' childhood cartoon favorite?
Oh man.
There was just so many. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It was Space Ghost.
Birdman,
like the Herculoids.
Okay.
Galaxy Trio. I like the Thundar. There's so many, man.
Oh yeah.
Ninja Turtles was #1 all time. So
yeah.
What was yours?
It's just hard to say because I grew up watching all those exactly what he named, and there's a lot of cool old school ones like that.
Swamp Cats.
But that Swamp Cats was badass. Swamp Cats was legit.
Swamp Cats was the shit.
That was like Top Gun for little kids. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then what is it? But then I started getting into like anime whenever Toonami started advertising it, like every day after school and stuff like that. And then Dragon Ball Z was like the number. I used to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah, I did get into some Dragon Ball.
But it's like I also used to love watching this one cartoon called Reboot. To where they lived on a circuit board in a computer and shit like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then they would like a virus would come and it was called games, and they would have to like battle in the games, and then they'd hit their little badge and say reboot, and then they would turn into a character in that game and try to beat the game so their circuit board could not get destroyed.
It's not a cartoon though. It's like all in like that old school like 3D.
It's the old school CGI and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's like probably horrible.
Yeah.
Then it was like,
it's like probably like if you ever watched what was really horrible. I went back and watched the whole thing, but it was Transformers Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Like you remember that one? Yeah.
Optimus Primal.
Optimus Primal.
It's like a silverback gorilla.
Yeah, and it was like cool. That's whenever I thought Transformers were the coolest. Whenever they were in the beast modes and stuff like that. And then I always liked the cheetah guy. I've always liked the fast characters in a lot of the TV shows and stuff like that. But now, if you go back and watch it now, it's just funny because they sound like they have theatrical voices, like Megatron.
No, they're always doing one-liners too. Like I watched Transformers and like Megatron threw a rock at Optimus Prime. He's like, "Get your rocks off," and he like shoots him. Just like what the?
Oh, that's also too. It's like you go back and you watch all your favorite stuff, then you see the adult humor in it, and you're like, "Holy shit, that's
funny!"
And then it's like, "Oh my god, I forgot they said that, and I know what it means now." Because you're a little kid, you're like, "What's so funny?" You see your parents laughing, and then it's like now you're like, "Holy shit." But it's still hilarious and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of ridiculous ones.
What are your favorite ones?
When I was younger, it was Thundercats, Transformers.
I would say there was no bad cartoon.
Because you had All Enough. I don't know how, but Smurfs was one of them. That's odd.
You had the knockoff Smurfs, which were the Snorks.
Yeah, Snorks. Yeah. What else did we have?
Snorks were weird.
They were weird.
Yeah, they were. Off the top of my head, until I got like later in, probably when we moved in Warrington.
Did you guys watch Boomerang too? What Johnny Bravo and all that?
My God. I actually got into Johnny Bravo later. Probably, how old was I? I was going to PJC then. And the way I got into it, a girl I was dating, she would watch it. Like I go over her house to pick her up to go to school. And so she would watch. She got me into Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh my God.
Dee Dee, his sister.
Yeah.
So funny.
Dee Dee, you're so stupid.
Or Mandark, he's like, Dee Dee, my love.
Yeah. I was like, it was the craziest thing because it was one episode. I got there to the house to pick her up. She had it on, and I caught like the tail end of Johnny Bravo.
Yeah.
And then Dexter got into Dexter Laboratory, and I was hooked. And then I would, like, when I started having my kids, I would like recreate the Johnny Bravo sound with my kids, just playing around. Like,
Hey,
mama.
So yeah.
He had that Elvis Presley attitude going on, voice and stuff like. I like how he never gave up. Like the girls were like, "Get away from him!" With the person. And everything. He was crazy. Yeah,
he would not survive the Me Too era.
No.
He would be like, dude.
That's why that shit got canceled now.
We don't even talk about Johnny Bravo. Hey, mama.
Podcast gets canceled for talking about old cartoons.
We go viral for the wrong reason.
This isn't what I wanted. Johnny Bravo.
But good times, man. Good times. I tell my kids now, I was like, man, do you know we used to cry when we couldn't go outside back when we were younger and stuff, playing around because
that's all we wanted to do.
Yeah, we made our adventure. Yeah, we made our adventure outside. I mean, we made a ship out of a buggy cart. We flipped it over. And we was on the ship, and so the sand in the on the playground was the ocean.
Yeah.
So there's like 5 of us on there, and then one would fall off, and so we're trying to save and pull them back. Man, it was just an adventure. Like,
and if you didn't do that stuff outside, you were always doing it inside your house, like throwing couch cushions on the floor, playing lava or stuff like that.
Forts and stuff like
and
that.
if you didn't have toys, you just wrestled each other. You would like get in, and that's how fist fights broke out. That's exactly how. Or like, what is it? Whenever we were growing up, my sisters always shared a room, so like they had like beds across from each other. So we got in trouble all the time. We got in trouble. But we always used to jump from one bed to the other. Yeah. And then sometimes one of us would fall on the wall. Boom! And then we'd all just sit on the floor like we were doing nothing. Yeah, like nothing happened. They know something happened. But we used to do like stupid daredevil shit like that. Like we used to, one of us would lay on the bed, like on our parents, like if they weren't, like if my mom was doing something in the other room and stuff like that, we'd be jumping on their bed, which we'd probably get our ass beat, but we would jump over the other person's legs. So we'd be like, one would be laying on the floor with their legs up in the air, or on the bed with their legs up in the air. One would be on the other side of the bed trying to jump as high as they can, and then make it over. Man, what is it? My sister flew into the my parents' dresser. She landed on top of the we all ran. We scattered. You know, like whenever you're little though, and you get hurt, you get so scared. You're like, I'm all right, because you know you're gonna get in trouble.
Run it off.
Like when you punch your brother, you're like, don't cry. Don't cry. I love you very much.
I didn't even touch him.
Yeah, I had some. Me and my youngest brother, we stayed in because we were always doing something, especially like if it was one of those days we couldn't go outside raining or something like that. You're stuck in the house, so we'd be in our room. I remember at my stepdad's house, he had bunk beds in the room for us, so we were in the room. Crazy part about it, the night before, we had just watched The Lost Boys. So that next day, we knew we were vampires. we go on the stairs for the bunk bed was on this end. So both of us, and they weren't like the single, they were like straight across. So it was room for two. Both of us go on there, go on the bunk bed, get to the top, put our legs through, and would hang upside down. Yeah. So
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So we would just lay there. Yeah. You have to lock your feet in.
Yeah.
So we would lay there and we would be
hanging upside down.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. You just look at them upside down. We're the Lost Boys.
Blood rushing your head.
Man, it was
That's
fun.
another go-to movie. Mentioning that's a good movie.
Yeah, that was I always thought that I had a thing for the girl.
Her name was Star. I forgot her real name, but I know she's been in a couple comedy shows. Still Standing. She was in that comedy show. She played as the mom. But yeah, she was.
Yeah,
she was good looking.
I had a thing for her.
It's like a sexual awakening watching.
Yeah, that was.
Who was your first TV crush?
Oh,
movie crush, TV crush.
Ooh.
Trying to think. I kind of like Nala from Lion King.
Oh, Zach's into bestiality.
Yeah, I was like, they look pretty humanoid.
Man, who was mine?
Ariel was pretty hot from
Let
the
me
Mermaid.
think back.
Zach, your name and